Hey guys, welcome to another Home Lab series video today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up Beaver Habits. So Beaver Habits is essentially a self-hosted app that you guys can run. And essentially you will create your habits in regards to this and then track whether or not you finish those habits during a specific day of the week. This is obviously super nice when you're trying to just keep track of how consistent you are with doing certain tasks or things, or if your New Year's resolutions are to be doing something and make more of it of a habit. This is a good app to kind of get started with to make sure you keep consistent and you can easily see which days that you missed on doing something. So let's get started and I'll show you guys how to do it. Alright, so to start off with, we will need a virtual machine to run this with Docker installed because we'll be running their Docker container. So the first thing that we'll do is set up DNS so that we have essentially a URL that we can hit as opposed to an IP address to make it a little bit simpler. So we'll update the serial number for our DNS configuration. We will also name it Beaver Habits. I think it was with an S. Let me double check. Yep, Habits with an S is what the application is called. And we will set the IP to be 172.16.1.159. And we will save this. So add Beaver Habits. And then we will need to update our Ansible playbooks repository as well so that we can update the inventory file to essentially specify that it can run against this VM that gets created. So Beaver Habits, and we'll save that too. So add Beaver Habits. So from here, we essentially got the DNS, we got the Ansible inventory set up, and that's pretty much all we need to do for the pre-configuration. We'll then go to AWX where we could run our Ansible playbooks to configure this machine. And what we'll do here is double check jobs so the inventory is sunk correctly. We will then kick off the workflow job template, which will create a new VM. Patch it, install Docker and Docker Compose, and set up certs because this is a web GUI, so we want HTTPS. So it will create our certs via stepca and then set it up with Nginx on the machine. So what we'll do is go through the prompts, which will be Beaver Habits, the IP address, which will be 159. We'll name the VM Beaver Habits. And then the proxy address. So let's take a look at Beaver Habits in GitHub to look at their configuration. So we can see that with their Docker command, it will be running on 8080. So we'll do HTTP localhost 8080. Then we can hit next and launch. So this will essentially create everything. It'll take a few minutes, so we will fast forward the video to when this is finished. All right, so now that it has finished setting up the virtual machine, we can SSH to it. So we'll SSH to beaverhabits.dragon.local, and we will type in the password, and then we get the prompt. So from here, we'll go back to the GitHub. We will copy the Docker command and just make a start docker.sh file just so that we can keep context if we ever need to look back at it. So it will run, it'll create the name and detachment of Beaver Habits, set the users to be the user running it. Then you got a few parameters, so like first day of the week, habits, user disk storage, max user count is 1. So if you want more than one user to be able to use this, you can set that higher. And the options are also defined in here in regards to where it is. So first day of the week by default is set as Monday. If you want it to be Sunday, you'll set it as 6. And then we can see that there really isn't too many other options, but let's see. Then we'll want to update the path to this. So let's just do like .app We just use app, it will make an app folder, and then 8080, and then that looks good. So we can make sure it is executable. So chmod plus x.docker. We will start it. It will then pull the Docker image and then extract it, and then it will run it. So we will fast forward this once it's there. I don't know why it's taking so long. Usually it doesn't take so long. So, all right, there we go. It finished. It didn't actually take us long. It was just really slow at the very beginning, but it should be running now. So we can look and see that it is up. So what we can do now is go to HTTPS Beaver habits.dragon.local HTTPS. There we go. And then we can see that we can create an account. We'll have to type in an email. So the weird thing about this is you can't use .local domains. It will actually error out because whatever package that they're using, they have some email verification that you have an actual email address. Even though my dragon.local is actually valid because I host my own email server, we actually will just do like dragon.io or something. You can pretty much do anything, but .local doesn't work. Just for people's reference. And then we can register here. So you can see by default it has a few things, and I'll actually zoom in on this page, that are created. So like order pizza, running, table tenants, clean, call mom, and you can see that there's checkboxes and X's. So like for this week, you can track, oh yeah, I ordered pizza every single day of the week or whatnot. So you log in and you can check it. So if you want to add or remove any of these, you can hit the waffle and hit add, and then you can see here we can delete things that we don't want and then add the things that we want. So say for example, you got a new habit that you want to do is like 10 push-ups every day. Then you can hit enter, or like cook dinner instead of going out. You can do that. And then you can go back to habits, and you can see in here that you're going to be like, oh, okay, well, start of the new year, I did 10 push-ups today, and you can check it. You can also click on the actual thing to the habit and see, you know, which days in the last 3 months and the history of how many times you've accomplished it. So you can like check them off too from like previous times in the week if you know you're like, oh, I just forgot to log in the last few weeks. So you can check them in, but you can see over the course of the last few months by going through, and you can see, you know, how consistent you are with your habits. So great way, especially to start the new year off, trying to define your new habits that you want to do, and you know, take a look and, you know, be able to see it in a holistic view at the end of the year. So that's pretty much it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.